Hi friends, in this video I want to talk about how can we use input function, id function and a type function in Python. So first see about input function in Python. So how can we use this input function? What is the purpose of input function? See here. So input function. This input function is used to read the data from keyboard. If you want to read the data from keyboard, then we can use this input function. See, for example, in the yesterday class, means in the previous video, we did a program that is adding two numbers. So to add two numbers, we have written like this. For example, x equals to 10 and y equals to 50. Okay, I want to find some value. Some value means I want to print the sum value. So to print the sum value, I am writing print sum equals to comma x plus y, bracket close. Okay, so this program we have written in the previous video. So here we are giving x value within the program and y value within the program. Okay, x value we are giving as 10 and y value we are giving as 50. So if we give values within the program, one drawback is there. Always this program gives same output to us. So always the output is sum equals to 60 and always it calculates 10 plus 50 value only. But I don't want to get like that. If I give x value as 5 and y value as 10, that should print 15. If I give x value as 20 and y value as 100, that should print 120. So like that I want to change x value each and every time and y value each and every time. Based on x and y, that should print the sum value. That is my requirement. So that's why don't give values within the program. If we give values within the program, always it gives same result to us. If the program is giving same result to us, then why we are writing that program? Useless. So that's why instead of giving values within the program, we have to read the values from keyboard. So how can we read the values from keyboard in Python? See here. So now I want to read x value from the keyboard. So to read x value from the keyboard, I am using one function, input function. So input, for user understanding purpose, I am asking the user to enter the x value. So on output screen that prints enter x and screen will wait to read the x value because we are calling input function. So when we call input function, screen will wait to read a value. Okay, that value I am holding in the x variable. So hence we can read the x value from the keyboard. So this is hence we can use the input function in the Python. So similarly, I want to read the y value. So to read the y value equals to input of enter y value. So now again screen will wait to read the y value. When we enter that y value, that reads that value. But remember one important point, that is this input function returns value as string. Even if we give integer value, that takes that integer value as a string. For example, that is asking enter x. If we enter x value as 10, that takes the 10 as the string only. That is asking enter y. If we give y value as 20, that takes that value as the string only. Okay, but I don't want to take them as a string, I want to take them as integer. So for that we have to convert the string to the integer. So to convert string to the integer, here I am calling one conversion function int function. So I am calling one conversion function int function. So similarly I want to convert y value to the integer. So I am writing int of input of enter y. So here we are reading x value, we are converting that string to the integer. Here we are reading y value, we are converting string to the integer. Hence we can read the values. Now I want to print the sum value. So to print the sum value I am writing print sum equals to comma x plus y. So hence we can read the values from keyboard. Now same code I am writing in the Python. I am copying this code, I am opening Python screen. I am opening a new file here. Okay, I am pasting the code. I am pressing F5 to run this program. That is asking to save this program. So I am clicking on OK. I am saving this program in the F drive. In the F drive, our folder is there, that is Python classes. In the Python classes, I am giving this file name as input. Save it. Okay. Now output here. Now screen is waiting to read one value. Okay. Why it is waiting to read one value? Because we called input function. Okay. I am giving x value as 5 now. Okay, next again screen is waiting to read y value because we called input function. I am giving this value as 100. Okay, now that printed what is the output here? Sum equals to 105. Okay, I want to run this program again. So again I am pressing F5. Okay, enter x value. I am giving x value as 15. Okay, enter y value. I am giving x value as y value as 30. Okay, so sum equals to 80. So hence we can read the values from the keyboard by using input function. Okay, I already told that input function returns a string value. If you want to check the type of the variable, we can use one function. That function is type function. So next see about function. So why we are using this type function? See, this type function is used to know the type of the variable or object. In the Python, everything is the object, every variable is the object and every function is the object. Okay, so I want to know the type of the x. So to know the type of the x, for example, I am giving x value as 10. Okay, I want to know the type of the x. So to know the type of the x, just simply write type of x. Now what it will print? That will print output as class int. So with this we can understand that this x is the object. X is the object of which class? Class int. Okay, so hence we can use the type function to know the type of the variable. Okay, see it practically. See here, I am opening Python screen here. Okay, I am giving x value as 10. Okay, here I am using type function, type of x. Now that is printing class int. Now I am giving x value as Raju. Okay, now I want to know the type of the x. To know the type of the x, write type of x. Okay, that is printing class string. So hence we can know the type of the variable by using this type function. Okay, so in the Python we have no need to declare the variables. At runtime it takes the data type. See, if we give x value as 10 here, internally that is taking this x as the int class object. If we are giving x value as Raju, internally that is taking this as the string class object. Okay, we are not declaring any variable in the Python because Python is the dynamic typed programming language. Internally that takes the data type. We have no need to declare the variables. Okay, so here in this program I am not writing this conversion function. Now what will happen? See, I am removing this conversion function for this, and here also I am removing the conversion function int. Okay, now I am running this program by pressing F5. Okay, that is asking x value in the below. See, x value, I am giving x value 10. that is asking y value, I am giving y value as 20. Now what is the output here? That is printing 10, 20. Here internally that is taking this 10 as the string, 20 as the string. So that's why that is printing the value as 10, 20, that is performing concatenation here. Okay, if we want to check the type of the x and type of the y, we are using which function? Type function. So write print type of x. So similarly, I want to check the type of the y. So write print type of y. Okay, now observe here, I am running the program. Okay, that is printing x type. I am giving x value as 10 and y value as 6. See here. Okay, that printed 10, 6, that is performing concatenation here. So here this is x type that is taking, and y type that is taking as string. So input function returns the value as string. With this we can understand that input function returns the value as string. So that's why we have to use the convert function, int function here. So I am using int function fn int of input enter x, y equals to int of input of enter y. So here we are converting the string to the integer. Okay, now observe, I am running the program. I am giving same values 10 and 6 as the x value and y value. I am giving x value as 10 and y value as 6. Now see the output, that is performing addition now, that is taking x type as int and y type as int. So hence we can use the conversion functions and type function in the Python. And now see what is the internal mechanism, what is happening when we are creating this x object and y object. See here. Okay, for example, see, okay, now when we are writing like this, x equals to int of input of enter x. Enter x. See. So with this statement, what is happening? I am explaining the internal mechanism here. Observe carefully. So x equals to int of input of enter x. So when we write this statement, what will happen? Screen is waiting to read a value. Okay, I am giving that value as, for example, I am giving that value as 10 on output screen, that is printing enter x. Now screen is waiting to read a value. I am giving that value as 10. So now when we give the value, that takes that as the string, and that string will be converted to the integer. So after that, what will happen? Now current x value is 10, that is integer value. So now what will happen? Now that creates the object. Implicitly it creates the object. So object will be created. Okay, after that, that value will be stored. That value will be stored in this object. Value will be stored. So now 10 value is stored in the memory. So for this memory location, implicitly one address is there. Implicitly one address is there. For example, I am taking this address as 2000. 2000 is the address. See, so for example, that is the address. So that address will be given to the variable x. So this address will be given to the variable x. So address will be given to the variable x. Now x refers to this memory location. So this 2000 memory location's address is in x. So similarly, we are writing another statement, y equals to int of input of input of enter y. So with this statement, what is happening here? Function. So input function means that waits to read a value. On output screen that prints enter y, then screen is waiting to read a value. I am giving this value as 30. Okay, that 30 value will be taken as a string that will be converted to the integer. Now y value is 30. Now implicitly what will happen? Again another object will be created. So this object's value is 30. This object's value is 30. That value will be stored, and this memory location's address, for example assume that this memory location's address is 5000. Okay, that address will be given to the variable y. So now this memory location's address will be given to the variable y. So now y refers to this 5000 memory location, x refers to this 2000 memory location. So hence internally x and objects will be created. So this is the memory representation of the variables in Python. So now here I already told that object will be stored in some memory location. I want to know this address. So to know this address, we can use one function. That function is id function. So I want to know the id of the x. So simply write id of x. So similarly I want to know the id of y. So to know the id of y, to know the address of y, just simply write id of y. So hence we can know the addresses of the objects by using the id function. Now see the example for id function. See here. Okay, I am opening the Python screen. See here, I am giving x value as 10. I want to know the id of x. So to know the id of x, just simply write id of x. So what it is printing? It is printing some address. Okay, so similarly I am giving y value here. So y equals to 20, id of y, that is printing address of y. I want to know the type of the x. So type of x, so x is integer class object. I am writing type of y. So y is the object of integer class. Okay, so hence we can use the functions input function, id function and type function. Input function is used to read the values from keyboard. id function is used to know the address of the object, and type function is used to know the type of the object. Hence we can use input function, id function and type functions in Python. Thank you for watching my video. Thank you very much.